I'm serious. I'm not crazy. And you could go to the address and verify. The address is 3719 Mac Court. But I want you to handcuff me first.
All right, let me pull up really quick. What the hell? Get out, cuffs. Turn your camera on.
He approached our vehicle and said that he just did something bad. He's going to give us an address on that court as to what he did and where it's at.
January 2023, Cleveland, Ohio. A man walked up to a couple of police officers and made a strange request. The officers were caught off guard. They weren't expecting anything like it. Just minutes before 42-year-old Martin Muniz turned himself into the police, he had a conversation with his girlfriend, telling her about the horrifying crime he had just committed.
Yeah, Cleveland Police, this is Operator Taylor. How can I help you? Hi, Tara. I got a phone call from my ex-boyfriend that he just killed his whole family, and his mother's on his way there to the house.
Okay, what's the address?
3719 Mac Court. He said he killed with his sister, brother-in-law, 2 kids, and his sister's father.
Okay, ma'am, hold on 1 second. He said he texted you this?
No, he called me to tell me that.
You think he's serious?
When the first time he called, he was crying and told me that he loved me, that he's always going to love me, and he's never going to see me again, and he was very highly upset and then hung up. And I know the mom and the grandmother are on the way to the house. He's bipolar. He has bipolar issues.
Do we know anything else?
No, he's been in prison before. He's been there a total of 21 years of break, but it was never for murder. It's always been drug charges. He seemed more calm, but he just kept saying over and over because I did it.
So when he called back, he seemed calm?
Yeah, but he kept saying, I killed them all.
Around the same time Martin's ex-girlfriend was speaking with the police, Cleveland's dispatch center received another call, this time from one of Martin's distant relatives.
My aunt just called me and told me her son just killed everybody in the house. She just called me, she's crying, and so I just decided to call to say, I don't know.
And who killed everybody in the house?
His name is Martin. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but this is what I'm being told, and she's on her way over there, and I don't want there to be an issue.
So your aunt is on the way to address that everybody got killed at. How would she know that?
Yeah. I do not know that.
What's her name?
Carmel.
Does she drink or do drugs?
She drinks, but I don't know if she's drinking.
Shortly after, a group of officers were dispatched to Mac Court. They were heading to the house where Martin had confessed to killing 5 people inside.
Hi, my daughter lives here. I got a call from 2 cousins. My son murdered them all. I don't know. I just got here, and I don't trust him, so I was afraid to knock on the door. I was waiting for you guys.
His son's not here, I don't believe. He approached 2
Do you know the cousin? Does he have mental disorders? What's up?
Who?
Who? The guy that called.
My son, yes. Yeah. He was locked up for 20 years. Yes, he's got mental
What was he
issues.
locked up for?
All kinds of violations.
Like violence
yes,
against people?
Yes. Yeah,
okay,
he was
well,
locked up for
just
20
hang
years.
tight for us.
When the officers arrived at the scene, they found Martin's mother standing outside the house, nervous and shaken. She looked confused and was extremely worried about her daughter and the rest of the family. As the officers stepped inside, they were met with the horrifying aftermath of Martin's crime.
Hey, we don't need permission.
Hello?
We had 2 females
Okay, we don't need permission.
en route to the location. I wasn't notified of anyone being inside.
Cleveland Police!
You're not enough to help people getting over the door. But yeah, we'll check it.
Oh, shit. Cleveland Police! Somebody's on the bed. Oh, yo, it's real. Get EMS rolling.
Inside the house, officers found 5 people who had all been shot by Martin. Among the victims were 34-year-old Angelic Gonzalez, her husband, 48-year-old Anthony Booth, her 16-year-old son, Jaden, and her 70-year-old father, Angel. All of them had died from their injuries. Thankfully, Angelic's 8-year-old stepdaughter survived the massacre. Martin was immediately taken in for questioning to figure out what pushed him over the edge and led him to wipe out his own family.
Well, I tried to kill my sister's whole family, but 2 of them got lucky and lived.
2 of them got lucky and lived?
The other 3 didn't.
What prompted that?
Just the way people treat me.
Okay.
You know, I came home from prison. I didn't bother nobody. I tried to get a job. They're going to tell you when they scrambled through my tablet. I was on Deed. I did job interviews. I went to Catholic churches. Just couldn't get a job. And then they make food, but they eat it all. So by the time I get to it, there's nothing to eat. And all they tell me is that's my business. Okay. So I let that go on for months. You know, I got blisters on my feet from walking 11 miles trying to get a job, but you guys got 2 cars and you can't drive me?
Sure.
So I killed them.
So how long have you been living at the house on that?
Couple of months.
Couple months. And again, I don't know anything about your history, Mr. Muniz. How long have you been out of prison?
4 years.
4 years? Okay.
Martin gave some strange reasons for killing his family. He claimed they didn't save him food or help him get around. Even though these reasons seem meaningless in Martin's unstable mind, they were enough to commit such a brutal act.
No, I came upstairs to eat, and I asked my sister's dad, no, I'm lying. I asked Jaden, her son, I said, yo, where is the rest of the food at? He said, no, it's gone. I'm like, what you mean it's gone? I didn't even eat yet. So he was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. So I said, okay, well, where's my sister at? So I asked my sister, I said, where's the food at? She said, I don't know. Why are you asking me? I said, okay. I said, yo, I didn't eat. We're gonna have a problem. Nobody said nothing.
Martin explained how he made the decision to end his family's lives. When officers asked him about the gun he used, he made a shocking confession, one that ended up solving a separate murder case he had committed years earlier.
What happened when you left the house? Do you recall where you went?
I don't know, man. I just wanted a gun in my hand.
Sure. Do you, any idea where you put that?
No.
Not certain.
Did you take it out of the house with you?
Yeah, it was on me. I don't know where I put it at. I had to put it somewhere.
But you left the house with the gun?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna leave it there. This ain't the first time I'm killing somebody. I got caught with the first gun on the first body. They just couldn't prove it was me.
Where was that at?
New Jersey. I gave the guy's name is Jamie Molina. I killed him on October 13, 2013, Northgate Park, broad daylight.
Why'd you do that?
He robbed me.
What was his name?
Jamie Molina.
Martin shared a lot of details about Jamie's murder with the investigators, but no one really knows why he chose to turn himself in after his latest crime. When they asked him why, his answer left them completely surprised.
We were at Clark Avenue. Is that where you flagged on the police?
Yeah, I guess. I just want to see any cop, man, just so I could go back home. I don't belong on the streets. I don't. You got other people who belong on the streets. I don't. They should have never let me home.
So when you left the house from walking, did you like throw it in the garbage can, a house, or just on the street?
I don't know. My mind was just focused on I need to go home. I didn't care about where the gun was at. I didn't care about if they was looking for me, nothing. I just wanted to come back home.
Where's home?
The box. I don't want nothing else. So I'm guilty of it. You can write it down. I don't really care.
Martin said he just wanted to go back home. And for this ex-convict, home meant a 6-by-8-foot prison cell. As he calmly explained the details of the brutal murders, he seemed certain that prison was the only place he belonged.
I shot him first.
The boyfriend?
My sister's husband.
Okay.
And then my sister looked at me and put her hands up and I shot her. And then I walked out the room and my niece told me, how you doing? And I didn't want to shoot her. I didn't want her to die. So I didn't shoot her in the head. The boy I shot in the head. Then I went upstairs and I shot him in the face.
Who?
Angel. And then I came back downstairs and I walked back in my sister's room and I shot Tone again. And then I went next to my sister and I put a bullet in the back of her head.
In the end, Martin got what he wanted. He was convicted of 4 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder. The court sentenced him to 4 life terms in prison, and he'll spend the rest of his life behind bars.